In this video, I am going to show you how to publish your website on the internet so that anybody can get to it from anywhere and view your beautiful web page that you've been creating. So to do this while you're on in your repo, we don't need Visual Studio Code for this. We're just going to github.com and you're going to the repo that you've created. We'll go over here to settings. And we want to go down to pages. So we're going to use a service called GitHub Pages. And it's designed to host your personal, organization, or project pages from a GitHub repository. Basically, I don't have a specialized web server that I have to run or manage. GitHub will do that for us and allow you to publish your page on the internet. So, in order to do that, it says we have to upgrade our account. We don't want to do. We don't want to pay anything, or make this repository public to enable pages. So how do I make my repository public? Over here to General, scroll all the way down to the danger zone. It says change the repository visibility. By default, when you do these assignments for me, everything is private. As a matter of fact, most of them are set so that you can't even change them to public. But websites are different because they need to be public. They used to let you keep it private and make it a website, which really doesn't make any sense because everybody can see your code anyway. But we want to change visibility, and we're going to change the visibility of our repo to public. And it asks us, do we want to make it public? So we say yes. Code will be visible to everybody who goes here. Anybody can fork your repository. I don't know why anybody'd want to fork your introduction to websites page, but they might. Your changes will be published as activity. Okay, great. And now it's public. If I scroll down here, change visibility. The repository is currently public, so we can see it. So now let's go back over here, pages. Okay, and now it says build and deploy. Deploy from a branch. We're not going to change that. Our branch is we're going to use our main branch. So click on main here. That enables the account. That's it. Deploy from a branch. We tell it we want to deploy from our main branch because you don't know how to use any branches yet. And by default, we're on our main branch. It's going to be in the root folder, that main branch. That's where our index file is right at the very, we click save. And all right, so you didn't see that, but I paused the recording for a second. It takes a little while. I probably waited 30 seconds there. I clicked back on pages, or you can refresh the page. And it now will show you the link to your page. So we're still on GitHub Pages page. It's the same place where we selected the main branch and hit save. We had to wait a minute or so. Refresh it, and it says my site is now live at JS class. That's the organization you're a member of, being in my class. .github.io website dash, and it probably is going to have your username in there. So the website was the assignment, and then it follows it with your username. You click on that, or you can copy it and send it to your friends and relatives and say, look at the great web page I made. But if we click on it, it takes me here and shows me Mr. Geiger's web page. Now, I didn't upload the picture and I took the code out for the picture, but that's the page. Anytime I update my page now and I do some edits in Visual Studio and I push them, I don't have to ever come back here again. Any updates I do in Visual Studio, sometimes it takes a couple minutes for them to sync up. So you push it, you might have to wait for a couple minutes, come back to your page and refresh, and you'll see those changes there automatically. So let me pull Visual Studio back up. Let's just add a H3 here. It worked. That's right above the About Me section. I can come in here, give it a comment, commit it, sync the changes. It pushes them right up to GitHub. Now when I come over here, I'm not going to see it right away. It does take a minute or two. So I'm going to pause while I refresh this constantly. It is now 8:17 p.m. Now it is 8:18 p.m. So about 1 minute, I refresh the page and that update has taken its spot. So every time you push code to this website, it's automatically going to update your live website. There is a way that you can register domain names and use those instead of this github.io website. But for our class purposes, this is a great way to publish a little website. I'll come here when I grade your website. I will look at your link. So once your website's published, you need to send me the link to your website. You can send that to me in an email, or I'll get it from you in class. But this is how I'll check your website. I'll come here, I'll look at your website. Hey, did they do the changes we talked about? I'll right click on it. I'll view page source and I'll look at your code to see if your code's good. If you have CSS, I'll be able to click on that file and open it up and look at your CSS. If you have a link to your JavaScript, I'll be able to click on that and look at your JavaScript and see if you have some good JavaScript. Every assignment won't be put on here, but several of the assignments over the semester will be put on this website. And about halfway through the semester, we'll make another site so that you're used to doing it. But it's really pretty simple. All right, so get your website created, clone it, create your website in the folder that you cloned, push it back up, publish it on GitHub Pages so I can go look at it. And then as you make updates, just remember to commit and sync, and everything will be good.